Cut and Burn, the true horror story of school teacher Danielle Harkins. Welcome back to Horror Vault. Today, we will delve into another true horror story of Danielle Harkins, who was a 35-year-old literacy teacher from St. Petersburg, Florida. She shocked her community in June 2012 when she performed a disturbing and abusive ritual with 7 of her former students. This bizarre incident, which involved cutting and burning of the students' skin parts, was rooted in her belief that the teenagers needed to rid their bodies of demons. In this video, I will tell you her complete story. So, without delay, let's deep dive into this true horror story of 2012, The Descent into Darkness. Danielle Harkins' transformation. Danielle Harkins' transformation from a respected school teacher in St. Petersburg, Florida, into a figure associated with demonic rituals remains enigmatic. Her friends and colleagues notice her growing interest in esoteric practices in early 2012. This shift coincided with a period of personal upheaval following her divorce, which may have catalyzed her descent into occult ideologies. Harkins' actions on that fateful evening near the St. Petersburg pier were not spontaneous, but appeared to be the culmination of her immersion into ritualistic beliefs. The ritual at St. Petersburg Pier. On a Saturday evening in June 2012, Danielle Harkins gathered 7 of her former students, all teenagers of Asian descent, near a small fire by the St. Petersburg Pier. The group had been close to Harkins through her role as a literacy teacher at the Lealman and Asian Neighborhood Family Center, where she had worked for over 4 years. Her position as a mentor gave her significant influence over these teens, which she used to draw them into what she described as a cleansing ritual, the belief in demonic possession. Harkins told the teenagers that they were possessed by evil spirits and needed to undergo a ritual to expel these demons. She claimed that cutting their skin would allow the demons to escape, and that burning the wounds would ensure the spirits could not return. While such beliefs are not rooted in any mainstream religious or spiritual practice, Harkins appeared to have developed her own distorted interpretation of cleansing rituals. The teens, likely trusting Harkins due to her role as their teacher and mentor, complied with her instructions despite the physical harm involved. The abusive acts. The ritual escalated into acts of severe physical abuse. 1. Burning with fire. Harkins attempted to burn one teenager's hand using a lighter. However, when the wind extinguished the flame, she poured perfume on his hand and set it alight. This caused second-degree burns on the boy's hand. 2. Cutting with broken glass. Another teenager was instructed to cut himself on the neck using broken glass. Harkins then heated a small key with fire and used it to cauterize the wound, ostensibly to prevent the demon from re-entering his body. 3. General harm. Other participants were also subjected to cutting and burning during this bizarre ritual, though specific details about their injuries were not disclosed in police reports. How the incident came to light. Despite the severity of their injuries, none of the teenagers initially reported what had happened to their parents or authorities. Their silence suggests they may have been coerced or manipulated into believing that speaking out would bring harm or shame. The incident only came to light when one of the teens texted a friend about what had happened. Alarmed by the message, the friend informed their parents, who then contacted law enforcement. This intervention led police to investigate and eventually arrest Danielle Harkins. Harkins' arrest and charges. Harkins was arrested on charges of aggravated child abuse and child abuse. She was booked into jail with bail set at $55,000. During questioning, she refused to explain her motivations or elaborate on what kind of religion or belief system required such extreme measures. St. Petersburg police spokesman Mike Poots described the case as very strange and noted that investigators were unable to determine what Harkins hoped to achieve through these actions. Background on Danielle Harkins. Harkins' behavior leading up to the incident raised questions about her mental state. Number 1. Her personal struggles. She had recently gone through a divorce finalized just weeks before the ritual. Friends and neighbors reported that she had become increasingly withdrawn and had developed an unusual interest in extreme religious beliefs. Number 2. Unexplained transformation. A neighbor recalled that Harkins had spoken about demons, but reassured her that she did not have any herself. This sudden shift in behavior left those who knew her confused and concerned. Number 3. Employment history. As a literacy teacher at the Lealman and Asian Neighborhood Family Center, Harkins was described as professional and dedicated. Her employer expressed shock at her actions, stating there had been no prior indications of such behavior. The aftermath of this event left many unanswered questions. 1. Victim silence. The teenagers involved remained reluctant to speak about what had happened even after Harkins' arrest. This silence could indicate fear, shame, or psychological manipulation during their time with Harkins. 2. Community shock. The local community struggled to reconcile Harkins' actions with her previous reputation as a caring teacher. 3. Unclear motivations. Despite extensive investigations, authorities were unable to determine what motivated Harkins or what belief system influenced her actions. Analysis of ritualistic abuse. Harkins' actions fit patterns observed in cases of ritualistic abuse. 1. Authority exploitation. As a trusted teacher and mentor, Harkins wielded significant influence over her students, which she used to manipulate them into participating in harmful rituals. 2. Psychological manipulation. By convincing the teens they were possessed by demons, she created a sense of fear and urgency that likely overrode their judgment. 3. Physical harm as purification. The use of cutting and burning as symbolic acts of purification reflects distorted interpretations of spiritual practices found in various cultures. Conclusion. Danielle Harkins' case remains one of the most bizarre instances of ritualistic abuse in recent history. Her actions left lasting physical and emotional scars on her victims, while raising important questions about how individuals can be drawn into harmful belief systems under the guise of spiritual guidance. This incident serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked authority figures exploiting their positions for personal or ideological purposes. It also underscores the need for vigilance in recognizing early signs of coercive or abusive behavior within trusted relationships. And that's the end of this video, guys. If you like today's true horror story, then do subscribe to Horror Vault to continue watching our upcoming videos. I will see you in the next video.